Hey, what? This is so quick. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
That was fun. They ran into a line.
And the scene that someone reminiscent of a couple of decades back today, and you may be listening. Protests on budget cuts by the current Allen administration. There are some large post office and several dozen.
Excellent. As Andy said, my name is Joe McPhail, and I am a former student body president. And we're all here today to talk about budget cuts and kick this budget protest off properly. I thought I'd start with a little history of why we are here today. In the fall of '94, all of this began. It's a continuation of an ongoing battle in regard to higher education. Last semester, I was asked to attend a meeting in Waynesburg, Virginia. It's a Virginia Student Coalition meeting. As I attended, so did all of you. I was your representative. We made an agreement at this meeting to affect higher education in the state of Virginia, not only through their endeavors, but through the funding that we receive here at every college in the state of Virginia. Rob Postel, the current student body president, attended the second meeting. He was president-elect then. Obviously. This sparked his interest, and consequently, the rally we have today. Rob took an interest in you, he took an interest in higher education. This whole meeting today is not an anti-Allen movement to me. It's an effort to ensure the future of higher education in the state of Virginia. It appears to me that higher ed is being picked on by the state government. Higher education has been being funded very well to the state it now exists in. Quite simply, I'm tired of tuition hikes and budget cuts. My message to the state legislature is invest in the future of the state. Better education will affect the state. It will benefit you tenfold in any of the other areas of the budget. Higher ed can stand no more cuts. Virginia will feel these effects. This rally is an effort to change the minds of the state legislature. Don't cut our budgets. Restore, invest in higher education. Thank you.
Next up, we have Legislative Affairs Chairman, Student Senator at Large, Gregory Rasnick.
Joe just told me he was a little nervous when he came back. I'm glad to see we finally got a crowd out here that can get Joe nervous. Before I continue with my remarks, I just want to thank a group of people out there, and that's my fellow residents in Tent City. If trends continue like they are, and they do end up being our dorms, and we do name them Governor Hall, I would rather not live with a better group of people. Friends, I want to tell you a tale of two cities. One city is not unlike Richmond. It sits high upon a hill, and that city enjoys power and wealth and seems not to see the problems that other cities are facing. Another city wonders what will become of its future. That city, with Longwood as one of its communities, is uncertain and fearful. Her streets decay, and her children are left alone and in the dark. We are those children, and we're in that city. I'm reminded of simple words that John Kennedy once used at a school very much like ours. President Kennedy reminded us that we all inherit the same small planet. We all breathe the same air. We all cherish our children's futures, and we are all mortal.
Get up, Greg.
I think that we must take the proverbial look in the mirror on Mr. Kennedy's statement about our children's futures. What a clear statement about you and I. I can't think of a more truthful yet frightening reality. We all cherish our children's futures. What are we doing about that? That's what it's all about. Has that city on a hill called Richmond, taken that without constant guidance and steadfast support that the future of our children and our students can quickly crumble into nothing more than a broken dream? We must not allow this to happen. We must stay the course. Here at Longwood, we're doing good deeds for generations to come. We're preparing ourselves for tomorrow so that one day we may help prepare others. Yet we are all mortal. And there will come to pass a day when you and I, we will not be here, but others will. And I must ask you this question. I must challenge you with this thought. Before you do leave this earth, have you done all that you can to ensure not only the survival, but also the betterment of our children's futures? Namely, what have you done for education, the building block of generations? As Americans and as Virginians, we have seen terrible times. We have weathered the darkest of storms, but to exile our futures in a city of decay is to destroy the fabric of everything that is good about America. And that is to give the next generation just a little more sunshine, just a little cleaner street, a safer shelter, and a brighter future than was ever given to us. Set up my tent on Monday, and as I lay on the cold ground with my friends out there, I was thinking, why am I here? One thought continually came to my mind, and although I could easily concede that thought was hot chocolate, it wasn't it. If it was simply a matter of money, I may not be here, because I will assure you of this. If Governor Allen does restore our budget, there will come to pass another day of cuts, another time of discontent, another, so to speak, day of reckoning in education. But there is one thing that Governor Allen can restore that will allow you and I and future generations to continue to face these times with dedication and courage, and that thing is hope. Hope that soon we will become not a, but the top priority to those people in Richmond. In a society where people are confronted with violence, drugs, and chaos, what is our government's number one answer to that problem? What do they offer as a solution? Prisons. I assure you of this, Governor, that's where our future is heading, is straight to jail. So you had better keep on building prisons. You'd better keep taking money from us, because without a strong educational system intact, you're going to need a lot of cells. I have an alternative to that. Maybe, just maybe, the governor could choose a different path. Maybe you could choose to fight injustice and violence with care and guidance. Maybe you'll replace jail bars with books, or even policemen with professors. Hope is what we need, Governor. Hope that you will support us as we try to educate generations to come in order for them to face the challenges of a problematic and ever-changing world. Governor Allen, to do otherwise would not only be shameful, but quite frankly, ignorant. Thank you.
SGA President, Rob Postel.
Thank you very much. That was nice. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out here today and supporting what we all believe in, higher education. I want to give a special warm thank you to the Fab Five. We got Greg Rasnick, Andy Staten, Allison Ross, Joe McPhail, and myself. We've been out here since Monday night supporting higher education. But as you can tell, that 5 has grown to about 500. Let's see. Now I'm going to tell you guys some of the facts and what's going to happen to us in the near future. We're not going to be called Longwood College in about 10 years. We're going to come back here and it's going to be Longwood Penitentiary Center. So we need to contact Richard and be like, come on guys, let's wake up here. We're looking at a $1.2 million proposed budget cut from Longwood College. It's not going to come from physical plant. It's not going to come from the library. It's going to come directly from student affairs. They're going to take away from us, and they're going to take away from the future of Longwood College. And I'd just like to tell you how much people care about the student affairs here at Longwood College. In fact, I received a fax from Jerome Kersey yesterday, who stated... Jerome Kersey, when he was here in the early 80s, said that the student affairs is what made him a successful leader in today's society, and he thinks that tomorrow's future and today's students need to have the same opportunity that he did. Did you know that faculty and staff are going to be getting a raise within the next year of 2.25%? Where is it going to come from? It's going to come from the alumni funds that the alumni sends to us, and that we put in the library, the books, and the desks. They're going to take that away from us and put them into teachers' raises. Hell, they do deserve it, but let's get it from the state, not from our institution. How many students here are on work-study program? Did you know that nobody else here can become on that program because the governor is freezing federal money that our parents and that we all pay on our federal taxes? He's freezing that money right now because he doesn't want to hire any more work-study students and to give that financial aid to us. As Greg stated before, this is a nonpartisan issue. I'd like to state a little, some numbers here about some tuition rates. How many people have noticed their tuition rates pretty much rise hectic in the past 10 years? 5 years? 1987-88 school year to come here. If you're on the 15 meal plan, it would only cost you $5,400. $5,400. Let's look at the next year. The next year went up to $5,700, an increase of 5%. The following year, $6,100, an increase of 6.8%. The following year, $6,500 from 7% jump. The following year went up to $7,200, an increase of 9.9%. The following year, $7,700 from a 6.8% jump. And finally, at this year, where we stand, the grand total is $80,000, a 3.3% increase. Sorry? Okay. Thank you. The message that we're getting here is that the state has not put a priority in higher education. Our tuitions go up each and every year because the state does not want to put a priority into our future. Our future is right here, right now. In fact, two senators from Richmond, or a senator and a delegate, Senator Richard Holland and Delegate Abbott from this district, have put in amendments to help Longwood out. And that's to install 2 positions to install and maintain the new access control system. You know how much you guys want this, so we got to go ahead and tell Richmond that we want this system set up now so we don't have to use those black keys anymore. How many students here are education majors or getting their certificate? Did you know that the new education bill is supposed to start ground here pretty soon, but yet because the money that the state allocated us, we used too much of, the building actually costs more than the state gave us, so we're going to have to get another $400,000 to get equipment and to furnish those buildings. So we got to tell Richmond that we want $400,000. So all I have been hearing in the past week is cut the fat, cut the fat. It costs approximately $26,000 to send a prisoner for 1 year. Let's send them to college for $8,000 in 1 year.
This is bad.
I'll go to a penitentiary and work out for a year for $26,000. So, and I need to. But higher education means tomorrow's economy. The number one reason that businesses open up in state is because of their higher education system. Why do we want to open up a business here if the governor's not going to be supporting us, or that the Richmond's not going to be supporting us? Look at the state of North Carolina. In the past 25 years, it was a little state just south of Virginia which had one of the finest higher education systems in the nation. Now Charlotte has the 3 largest banks in the nation due to their higher education system. They pay their students to go to college there. Why can't we do the same to help out our students here in the state of Virginia? With these cuts, businesses, the Small Business Development Center might be hurting from the depletion of funds. Why take away from the jobs here in this nice town of Farmville, where we could be opening up more businesses so those soon-to-be prisoners can have a job, so they're not out there selling drugs just to pay for their bills. I just want to talk about one more little last thing. In 1990, during the recession, higher education funding in the state of Virginia was at 14.5% within our budget. As of this year, it's at 11.4%. So, where's our priority going to now? This isn't just happening in Longwood College in the state of Virginia. It's going on across the whole state. Schools such as George Mason losing $2.4 million. University of Virginia, George Allen's alumni school, is losing $3.1 million. Does everybody get the message now of why we're out here? Let's send a message to Richmond telling them we want more money, we want to have better education. We can build more prisons, but it's not going to be used. We're not going to need them because after we get more jobs here, they're going to have to be no more prisoners. So you can do 3 things now that I ask you guys to do for me. There's a 1-800 number that we have that you can contact your delegate in Richmond to tell them how you feel about these higher education cuts. I suggest you do that. Also, I'd like to thank the ambassadors for setting up a direct hotline. The ambassadors have set up a direct hotline to Richmond stating how they feel. They'll give you a little script, free phone call, free guys, okay? And because we don't have any more money. So to make this free phone call, this 1-minute phone call is going to save Longwood forever. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. Next up, we have Vice President Allison Ross.
Time to be proud of Longwood. Today is one of those days. In my 3 years here at Longwood, I have never seen the campus come together in such a short time for such an urgent matter. We should be proud of ourselves. Higher education is the future of Virginia. We are the future of Virginia. Our voices must be heard. None of this would be possible without the support of so many people. I want to thank the faculty and administration for all the hot chocolate and the blankets. They were greatly appreciated. taking a stand. And I want to thank Rob Postel, Greg Rasnick, and Andy Staten, our organizers, without whom none of this would be possible. And finally, thanks to Richmond for listening to us, the future of Virginia. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out today. It's a very urgent matter. It's a message that we need to send to Richmond and Governor George Allen. Thank you.
Just got the duty of saying that's all, folks.
Hey, where's George? We want George!
I think he's serving in the new land for the prisoners or something.
Hey guys, hey, just quick, I'd like somebody here came from Radford, all the way from Radford to speak to us, just because he feels the same way that we do. How y'all doing today? My name is Carl Hamner. I'm a former Longwood student. I'm now at Radford continuing my education. I used to own Southern Front Comics over here on West 3rd Street. So I recognize some of the faces here. And I just want to let y'all all know we had a pretty poor turnout compared to this at Radford yesterday. I think y'all can be proud of yourselves. And I just want to let you know that apathy will get us nowhere. Your friends who aren't here, obviously you all know that, but your friends who aren't here, you got to drag them out kicking and screaming. You got to bring them with us. The only way that we're going to get this changed is for all of us to come out and force in all the university students to get together and to go to Richmond and to say, hey, we want this changed. And if we have to, let's sit there until they change it. If we have to stay for a couple of days, let's stay there until they change it. I have something else I want to say too. I'm a Republican. I supported Governor Allen. When he ran for Congress, I went to a campaign dinner for him. I saw him right here in Farmville when he came to run for governor. I don't think he's a bad governor, but he's made a bad decision and we need to tell him to change it. It's great to see everybody out here today. Y'all have a good day. Let's go to Richmond on the 15th and tell them we want it changed.
Good friend. I'll bring the chance you.
I understand. I had a meeting at 8. I had a meeting at 9.
Winnebago, they're cheating. So does anybody want to summarize what just happened here?
No.
Please saying out of camera angle there. This is Tom. He's going to tell us what just happened.
I'm gonna camp
I'm not. You don't know.
He has no idea.
No.